So her husband walks into the bedroom with a little different energy here and has learned himself a new move that she's pretty happy with. But then she starts thinking about it like, where dude learned that new move? Okay. We'll read the email to you here in just 1 second. If you have something going on you want to share with us, hit us at thebertshow.com. I'm wondering here if at the end of the day this really even matters. Where he learned it, so long as it wasn't on somebody else.
I was about to say, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Got to clarify that part.
So long as it wasn't on somebody else. Now, if you're cruising around with kids in the car, the schedule for us has kind of changed right now because normally we save the more adult stuff for later in the show when we know kids are in school. But now because school's out, we're doing some more of this early. So here's your parent warning that we're about to talk about the sex. Davi's got the email.
Hey, Bert Show. I'm a recent listener as of this year, and I love you guys. I always hear people write in their questions or scenarios, and I never thought I'd be the one to have to write in, but yet here I am. So, backstory. My boyfriend, 34, and I, 30, have been together for 12 years. Yeah, he hasn't popped the question. We got 2 kids together, and our relationship hasn't always been bliss. Before kids, it was just us, our freedom, our love for one another. Then add children to the mix, and it put a wedge between us. We had kids when we were young. I was 21 when I gave birth to my oldest. He continued to still party, go out, not always be faithful while I raised a newborn, and then 3 years later had our second boy. We both made mistakes along the way, and we both acknowledge it and have matured tremendously and have made better changes for ourselves, for our life, and for our family together. Present times, things are great. 2 kids, 3 dogs, a house, building an empire together, and a partridge in a pear tree kind of thing. Piano warning!
Sex.
So it says it in all caps with like a lot of stars. It's like a storm warning. We're past the piano watch now. You have to look for the pianos. All right. We have never had piano playing issues other than finding time. But other than that, things are great. Recently, this past weekend, while playing piano, he tried a new move, a new technique, a new scale, if you will. Now, I'm not complaining about this move, but after the session was over, I asked where he learned that new method. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer
Right?
to. He chuckled and asked, "Did that feel good?" And if I enjoyed it, to which I replied, "Yes," but that didn't answer my question. Where did you learn it? Why are you trying it on me? She says, is he looking things up and watching piano playing videos and trying them out in our bedroom without talking to me first? Or has he been getting guidance somewhere on what to do to please a woman? I mean, I don't think he's cheating, but to not tell me where he learned it, saw it, and wanting to recreate it is just, it has my mind spinning.
This would absolutely drive me crazy as a guy.
Am I thinking too much into this? No. Do I ask you guys to do a War of the Roses to see who he'd send them to?
No. God, no.
She says, ugh, help. Thanks for your time, guys. Love you all.
I forget who it was on the show one time that said, like, women are like a watch. Like, when you look down at your watch, all you see is a couple of hands and a couple of different things moving, right? But if you open up the watch, you got thousands of little mechanical parts that are moving all the time. This is such a great example of that. Kristen?
All right, so Bert and Mo, if you are going to learn a new move, where would one go to do such a thing?
I mean, I don't know that I've ever specifically gone online and like Googled new sex move. But I mean, I think that there's a really good chance this dude is on a website where something's going on. He's like, I bet she would love that. And then he tries it.
That's what I would imagine you would learn from too. I can't think of anywhere else.
I mean, I see nudity and all kinds of stuff on Twitter now. I don't even have to go to OnlyFans for this porn to be in my face. You know what I mean? Like, it's everywhere. So, and who's to say it's a new thing he learned and not an old thing he's always wanted to try?
Good.
And
point,
now you're being all weird about it, and you're like, should I send him roses to see if he's cheated?
No.
And I'm like, girl, did you like it? Was your coot happy? That's all that matters.
Have a good conversation with your coot today. And if she says, you know what, things are really, really good, then just leave it alone, Mo.
And for the record, she said, like, why wouldn't he tell me first? I would not tell you the move. Had I learned it, you're going to get this surprise. Like, I'm not telling you.
Does a pitcher tell the batter a curveball's coming?
Exactly.
No.
Just enjoy the ride.
All right, to take off of what Davi just said. All right, Mo and Bert, have you ever sat on a move for 12 years in a relationship before using it?
No.
I can't say that I have.
Hell no. Hell no.
You're like, I try to get away with everything I can in the first 3 months. And then if she's still there, that's great.
No. He probably recently learned this thing somewhere by watching something.
He probably also should have told her where he learned it from just to get all of this like out the way and over with.
I do have a question though, because she did, like Mo brought up, she did say, is he learning things and then not telling me before he tries them? Like, I understand what could be problematic here, but I don't really want you to tell me what you're gonna do before you do it.
Right.
But
Takes the fun out of it.
except the first time, like I got a little spanking. That was shocking.
Yeah.
That took me back to like, you rode your bike when you weren't allowed, and I was like, what? Are we doing this now? I'm an adult. I didn't know I was in trouble here.
You would have liked to know that?
Yeah.
Let's kind of just want to let you know.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm just going to tell you you've been a very bad girl today.
Yeah, and then when it was explained, I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, it's like that.
I think that there are just some times where it just might be like, oh, I wonder if that would feel all right. And then you just go for it.
That happens too. Sometimes you learn in the moment. It's not something you actually knew you were going to do either. Sometimes you shock yourself.
Right. This is a case of asking too many questions. Just enjoy it. Again, conversation with the coot today and just enjoy it.
Is she happy?
If she's happy, we're all happy.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show for free. Just listen to The Bert Show podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.